Too much snow, but this is probably the first serious snow in a while. I'm gonna have to get the ice off my car. Hey guys, it's Dan here from Mandorine. Just wanted to add a little note before the video here. I just had a rough week, and it seems like a common theme of it was misunderstanding, you know, and sometimes people only have one perspective and they don't see it any other way. And part of that's from communication and lack of communication, or just people making judgments based off, you know, assumptions they're making and things like that. So I'm basically talking about an incident or a few things that happened at work this week that really have worn me out. And I don't want it to come across as negative, but I am sort of venting a little bit, so I wanted you to know that before I get into this video. But overall, I'm feeling great, and I just wanted to share this experience. Hey, how's it going, guys? Dan here from Mandorine. It's the end of a long work day. I'm just sitting out here parked in my car, about to go home. And it has been a rough week. It's just been a rough week, you know. I'm doing some new jobs at my job, some new tasks that I'm doing, and it's been very stressful, requires a lot of energy and upper body strength. But I'm not going to get into the details, but you know, doing this new job and doing new things at this job is stressful. I've been moved all over to different cities every day, you know, and so this week I ended up going to 5 or 6 different places, and it's just stressful going to a different place every single day, not being able to plan your life around that. And then, you know, driving very far away from home and, you know, 2 hours home in the snow. So all of this, just very stressful stuff. And this car that I'm in right now is a new work car. It's different than the one I had a few weeks ago. And over here is the instrument panel. And at night, these things are supposed to light up, right? It's supposed to glow red behind it so you can see what it says even in the dark. So last night around 5:30, it got very dark out and I was just going to drive home. And I was stuck in stop-and-go traffic the entire way home. It took me about 40 minutes during the daytime and about an hour and 30 at night just to get home. And I don't get paid for all that time commuting either. So I'm sitting in stop-and-go traffic, and I realized that the instrument panel doesn't have the glow behind it. Like, I can see my speed and all of the mileage in that here, but the actual instrument panel over here, I couldn't see what the buttons were doing, and I was trying to adjust the air conditioner and turn the music off. I couldn't see the instrument panel, so I turned the flashlight on my phone to hold it up to the instrument panel so I could see what all the buttons do, right? And I'm sitting here in stop-and-go traffic, and you know, going like 20 miles per hour in a 65 or 70, I believe it was. Either way, I was going very, very slow, and everybody's just, you know, move a couple inches, brake, move a couple inches, brake. So apparently someone called my company because this new vehicle I'm in has the company name on the sides and the website on the back. So someone called in and complained, saying I was driving erratically, I was sitting there on my cell phone, and like they were gonna report me online or something, and they just wanted to tell the company before they did it. And so I had no idea that someone was angry at me. I didn't think I was driving strangely. I was just trying to get home, sitting there, stop and go, and trying to figure out the dashboard. The only other thing that was on my phone was a GPS that was just running. I wasn't, you know, sitting there on social media or something. I was trying to figure out this dashboard, and my GPS was on, and my flashlight on my phone was on. So all that to say, my boss comes up to me this afternoon and says that, you know, someone reported you, tell me about your drive home last night. And I was like, what do you mean? I didn't think there was anything weird. I mean, it was stop and go traffic. It took me like 2 or 3 times as long to drive home. He was saying someone called and reported me, and it's just like, can I get a break this week? You know, I'm trying my best, and I'm driving a new car that I'm not sure how to use. I'm doing a new job. I'm in a brand new city, going to different places, and just trying my best. You know, I'm just trying to do all these new things, and it's like no matter what I do, I can't get a break. I just feel like I need a hug from somebody, because I feel like this just comes from misunderstanding in the world, you know? Like someone was probably sitting in traffic, angry that it was stop and go. They saw the company name on the car and were like, oh, I can see his cell phone glowing in the car, so you know what? I'm angry that traffic is stop and go. I'm angry about seeing his cell phone turned on, and so I'm just gonna call and report him. Meanwhile, they have no idea that I'm driving a new vehicle, that I wasn't messing around with my phone on social media, and that, you know, I'm trying to figure this out, and I'm in stop and go traffic, and I just had a really rough day too. You know, I'm not sitting there, you know, happy that I'm in stop and go traffic, but it's at these times where I feel like, you know, I could either break down and feel really sorry for myself, and to be honest, I do feel a little sorry for myself, or I can just keep going and doing what I think's best, because this incident could cost me my job, and I had no idea that someone was unhappy or that I was doing anything wrong. You know, no idea. And if it does cost me my job, then it wasn't meant to be, because I'm doing everything I can to do my best. You know, I'm doing the best I can. If God doesn't want me to work here, and if that's how it's supposed to be, then that's how it's supposed to be. You know, it's out of my control at this point. You know, I wish peace to that person that reported me. I wish them well. And I just hope things get a little bit better soon. I just hope things get a little better, because it's been hard in a lot of ways. And I don't want to be a complainer, but I could really use a break right now. So, I don't want to cry, but it's just been tough, and I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing my best, and, you know, it's going to work out in some way. So, thanks for watching, guys. Dan here from Mandorine. Everything will be okay. What if baby changing stations were places where adults turned into babies? Happy Monday, everybody. Just want to send a daily reminder to choose positivity every single day. Positivity doesn't come naturally to me, so I have to be consciously choosing to go in that direction with my... This is how you know you're in Denver. It's like someone lost a bull.
The fear of what other people will think about you. In my work, where I'm helping people overcome the fear to talk to women, to connect deeply with people, I often come upon this fear. It's almost the main fear. It's what other people are thinking about me and what I'm doing. Am I being a bad boy? Am I creepy? Am I up to no good? I want to talk to a girl in a bookstore. She's reading a book. She looks interesting. She looks pretty. I want to say hi. But this man over there, he's there too, and he's looking at me. What's he thinking? He's gonna know I'm up to no good. Well, number one, being human is connecting with other people. Being human is being social. That's what creates every world that exists. And so that belief that talking to people or flirting with people is creepy is for creepy people, and you're not one of them. Really, seriously. Number two, when you focus on what other people are thinking about you, when you're constantly focused on that, you become a very disempowered person. You lose all your power, and you give it away to strangers. who don't want it. At the best, you're in a park and there's a girl on a park bench and you want to say hi and there's people around. At best, you're a minor distraction from their own worries and cares. At best. If there's a person who's actually thinking, look at that creepy guy doing it, look at that doing that, all they're doing is putting themselves in a tiny little box and keeping themselves insulated from actually being a great person themselves or being judgmental. When you see someone trying to connect with another person, quietly feel good for him and wish him well or her well. When you're on a subway car and there's 40 people around and you want to talk to somebody, and you're like, I want to talk to her. And maybe she's even looking you in the eye, which happens all the time, or smiled at you, which could happen. But yet there's people, what are they going to think? All those people, like you, will dissolve into dust, and 100 years from now, they won't be here. You have to live your life, and you have to connect with people in order to create new worlds. Hello, how are you? Nice to see you. Happy day. And that's what we have to do. We have to take that risk. Now, what about if your friends, what are they thinking? Your parents, what are they thinking? All those things, they're real people who matter to you, but what do they think about what I'm doing? Right? And the reality is you're a grown person. Now it's time for you to live your life. And the more you can let go of what they think about you and listen to your instincts and tune into your instincts, the more powerful you will become, the more empowered you will become, and the greater your life experiences you will have, and you will go on adventures. Sex, love, boundless abundance awaits.